Hello, Roslyn Road. Thanks so much for joining me. I hope that you are enjoying Dot Day and all of these dot activities that have come along with it this week. Today, I am here to read you a very special story called The Noisy Paint Box about an artist named Vasily Kandinsky. He happens to be an artist that uses a whole lot of dots and circles in his work. Afterwards, I'm going to teach you how to make your own piece of artwork using a whole bunch of dots and circles like one of his famous paintings that I'm going to introduce to you. So if you didn't get the message, be sure to grab a spare piece of paper and your oil pastels from your art bag for the end of our video. So away we go with our story, The Noisy Paint Box by Barb Rosenstock. Vasya Kandinsky spent his days learning to be a proper Russian boy. He studied books full of math, science, and history. He practiced piano skills to the marching click of the metronome. He sat stiff and straight at dressed-up dinners while grown-ups talked and talked and talked. Doesn't seem to be very happy. Vasya's well-off world was perfectly polite until the day his aunt gave him a small wooden paint box. Every proper Russian boy should appreciate art, said Auntie. She showed Vasya the correct way to mix colors in the paint palette. Vasya mixed red with yellow, and then he mixed red with blue. And as the colors changed, Vasya heard a whisper, hiss, louder, hiss, and then louder still, hiss. What's that sound? Asked Vasya. I don't hear anything, said Auntie. Vasya listened as his brush stirred and swished. The swirling colors trilled like an orchestra tuning up for a magical symphony. Mama, Papa, called Vasya, what a noisy paint box. Oh, silly Vasily, said Papa. Stop being foolish, said Mama. Vasya painted the sound of the colors. He spun a bright lemon circle onto the canvas. It clinked with the highest notes on the keyboard. He brushed a powerful navy rectangle that vibrated deeply like the lowest cello strings. He tossed up jagged swashes of blaring crimson and added cheerful dots of burbling green, clanging orange, and tinkling violet. Vasya painted and painted until the colors went quiet. Have you noticed all of the dots and circles in his work? Look what I made, shouted Vasya. Ooh, is it a house? Asked Auntie. Is it a flower? Asked Mama. What's it supposed to be? Asked Papa. It's music, said Vasya, waltzing his painting around the house. Calm down, said Mama. Do some math, said Papa. Heavens, said Auntie, this boy needs a proper art class. So Vasya went to art class and learned how to draw houses and flowers, just like everything else. He doesn't look very happy again. As the years passed, Vasya finished school and studied to be a lawyer. He ignored his noisy paint box and lived the way people expected. But Vasya couldn't ignore the sounds of the colors singing to him in the streets of Moscow. The canary-colored mailbox whistling as he rode by. The scarlet sunset haze ringing above the ancient Kremlin walls. An ivory chorus of snowflakes scattered on the sable collar of his overcoat. One evening, suitably steamed and starched, Vasya attended the opera. As the orchestra's music crashed around him, the colors of the noisy paintbox twirled wildly in his mind. Stomping lines of vermilion and coral, caroling triangles in pistachio and garnet, thundering arches of aqua and ebony with shrill points of cobalt and saffron. Vasya heard the colors singing. Vasya saw the music dancing. I've noticed that the images become much more colorful when Vasya seems to be happy. And Vasya was never quite as proper again. He quit his job teaching and moved to Moscow, to Munich, to be a painter. He studied with this famous teacher and then that one. Is it a house? Is it a flower? What is it supposed to be? His teachers asked. Vasya wanted to paint the colors he heard, but maybe the famous teachers knew best. Once again, Vasya put houses, flowers, animals, and people in his paintings, just like everyone expected. The teachers were happy. Vasya was not. His artist friends understood. They, too, were tired of painting pretty landscapes and pretty ladies. They thought art needed to change. Art should make you feel, Vasya told them, like music. Exactly, said his friends, but none of them knew how to paint feelings until the day Vasya grew brave enough and invited the world to see the paintings roaring from his noisy paint box. That is a lot of commotion. Snapping cerulean points, crunching Chrisman squares, whispering charcoal lines, Vasya named these paintings after the music he loved. Improvisation, composition, accompaniment, fugue, movement, and simply 3 sounds. With his noisy paint box, Vasya Kandinsky created something entirely new: abstract art. It took a long time for people to understand, is it a house? Is it a flower? What is it supposed to be? It is my art, Vasya answered. How does it make you feel? All right. I hope that you have enjoyed listening to the story, and I think now it is time to go and grab that piece of paper and those oil pastels so we can create a piece of artwork just like Vasily Kandinsky did. All right, so I wanted to share with you this piece of artwork by Vasily Kandinsky. It's called Concentric Circles, and it reminds me a whole lot of Vashti's work from the docs. So I thought today we would work on creating a piece of artwork similar to this one. Now, I don't want you to worry about what it is. Maybe just listen to the music and just think about how it makes you feel. So, first thing you are going to need, my friends, is a lovely piece of paper like this one here. It could just be a piece of scratch paper, extra piece of paper that you have found throwing them around. You are also going to need some oil pastels, or maybe you didn't get oil pastels in your bin. Maybe you're just going to use markers instead. That is perfectly fine. The first thing we're going to do, just like Vasily did, is kind of separate and segment our paper. So we're going to go ahead and fold it in half. Just get those corners to match up as best as you can. And use your hands and create that crease. Open that up. Right. Then I'm going to go ahead and fold it again that opposite direction. Get a nice crease there. There we go. You kind of see how those folds are making those different segments. We're going to go ahead and we're going to fill each one of these up with some colors. Now, don't be afraid of picking the wrong colors. Just go with the colors that you like best. Make each one look a little different. Make each one look the same. It's going to really be up to you. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to start here in the middle. I'm just going to start making some spirals. So kind of listen to that music in the background. Let these colors overlap. You don't have to overlap perfectly. Think about how slow or fast that music is. Maybe you can make your hands match the rhythm. Try and stay inside sections as best as I can. I don't think Bosley would mind if I went outside the sections. It's helpful. Turn your paper different directions. All right, I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna give you guys some time to finish your other sections. I would love to be able to see what you end up with, and I will be happy to share mine as well. I hope you have a fantastic weekend, and I look forward to seeing you in class today. Take care, friends.